Now, let's also get you all the latest updates from Kerala. The biggest headline that's come from the state is the fact that you're seeing a huge COVID case spurt. The number of cases continuing to go up for 6 days now. Over 10,000 COVID cases have been reported. And it's very, very worrying if you look at the kind of figures that are coming in. Kerala is now contributing over 30% of the active caseload in India. In the last 24 hours, Kerala has in fact reported 12,220 new COVID cases and 97 fatalities. That's the highest in the country. In fact, the positivity rate is at over 10%, which essentially means that 10 out of 100 are testing COVID positive. Now, the average positivity rate of the country is over 2%. So imagine that 2% is the average, national average. In Kerala, it's 10%. There are 6 districts of the state which are reporting over 1,000 cases every single day. Gopi Krishnan Unithan is joining us live from Thiruvananthapuram with more details on this. Gopi, good morning. Very worrying what's really happening in Kerala, and we're seeing with every single day, there's no real let-up in the number of cases. You know, there's this huge debate on social media about whether the Kerala model has failed. But you're on the ground. What's really happened? Why are we seeing this kind of a rise in cases?
Very good morning, Akshita, because the number of cases that are coming in from Kerala is subsequently higher as compared to any other state in the country, and the state is now also contributing to almost 30% or even more, more than 30% of the total daily caseload from the country. So situation in that aspect is really worrying. But if we consider the caseload in Kerala with what happened after the first wave, during the August, September, October, November period of last year, when the cases across the country was coming down, when the cases were almost when the caseload and test positivity rate was coming below 5% across the country, Kerala had actually plateaued around the daily caseload of 8,000 to 12,000. So that used to be the plateau of a daily caseload in Kerala for almost 1.5 months, from October, November until the early December. And the test positivity rate also remained somewhere between 8% and 10% during these 1.5-2 months. Now, precisely a similar pattern is being witnessed at this point as well, because after the second wave has come, there was a lockdown. Once the lockdown has been lifted across the country, or being lifted in a phased manner, we see that the initial dip is not actually going down any further, but we are seeing more or less a plateau is what the experts are suggesting. Because even if we look at the caseload from Kerala over the last 4 weeks, we can see that the caseload is maintaining somewhere between 10,000 and 14,000 or 15,000. Okay. On Friday, Kerala reported Kerala reported up more than 14,000 cases. On Saturday, it actually came down to about 12,000. And also today, when we look at the data, it is more or less expected that the caseload could go below 10,000 because the tests are rather less on Sundays. Again, during the week, this is expected to plateau around this region is what the experts are saying. And the state administration is confident that they can handle this crisis even with this higher case, because they have done this in the past.
Let's hope that's the case, that whatever steps the government is taking, it reflects on the ground and the number of cases come down. The positivity rate at this point, very, very worrying in Kerala. Gopi, thank you for all those details.